Okay. Hey, be quiet. Turn you down some. Now. Nope. Turn you down some more. Okay. Hopefully you can hear me. Okay, now I've got that. See if we can get that. Quit echoing. Audio. Yep. Might just have to live with it. Mute. Why is it not letting me mute? Hey, Invisible River Ranch. Nice. Is that echo bothering anybody other than me? I'm just going to make some pins or whatever I decide I want to make. Let's see here. There. There. That echo coming? Okay, good. Yeah, I've got different items. I had two different people win custom pins. They get to pick which style pin, and then they get to pick which style wood or acrylic that they want to make the pin out of. But in the meantime, I've got a aromatherapy pin. The pin that at the top of the cap has a place to put aromatherapy stuff. So this one of my local clients here ordered this. So I thought I'd get started with it, and then if James Schultz or Mrs. RC come by, they get to pick from these options here that I've already got laid out. Let me see, which is that one? Don't touch it. There out of the way. But we're going to be working on the aromatherapy twist pin first. Trying to decide, I think, since this is an aromatherapy pin for, it's for a lady at our church. I think I'm going to get this pink acrylic. Yeah, we went through some sickness in our household. We had COVID and then mono right after. We're still trying to recover from the mono. Let's see. We'll pick out a good pattern here. I like to look at the ends. Tells you whether you got a good swirl in the center. That one's got a good end, but I'm not sure it goes all the way through. I think this one here is going to be the best one. And I hate working with acrylic. Matter of fact, I'm not going to do acrylic. I've got some new stuff. And I think we're going to use zebra wood. Look at the grain in that. Here, let's pop that up. big. So see how the grain's fairly straight through there. So when we turn that down in a circle, it should give us a good grain pattern. So we'll use that. So let's gather these up, place them in a handy location. Right behind the camera. And let's get this thing prepped. Got our bushings. This will tell me when to stop cutting the wood off. And then I need those two little tubes down there. But I'll go ahead and do a reveal on what's in here. This is not part of the pen, I don't think. It feels like a little bottle and looks like a little bottle. And it feels plastic. Get out of there. Just first you don't see. Oh, and by the way, I use the cool method of cleaning. You just drop it and then sweep it up later. Yeah, that's a little bottle to put the essential oil in, I guess, so you can carry some extra. This looks like the nib part where the pin comes out. We're doing a brushed satin. And the first thing I'm going to do is hold this brushed satin up against that wood and make sure it's going to. I'm not sure that is the best choice for this. I think a darker wood would set the silver off better. Let me grab some bloodwood. Bloodwood's another one of the new ones. And it doesn't have as big a difference in color, but you can see it's still got some good pattern in it. Even on the end, you can see the dark right in the middle. So that'll put a stripe kind of down it. And I think using the brush or the satin silver, brush silver, whatever it's called, I think that'll look better with the red, with the bloodwood. But we're going to go bloodwood. So let's put that back over there. Grab our next item out of here. Okay, I'm not going to open this one because these are our little wicks. Let's see. While I'm doing this, it's hard for me to see chat. Let me pop up here. Hey, Daryl. How you doing? Pizza guy. Pizza? I just can't get them right now. Well, go ahead and put them up for sale and let me look tonight. And if I'll get hold of you. Put silver shot in the bottle. That would work, but it just come out smelly. So we've got the cross style refill. Pardon me. And this looks like part of the cap. It looks like the part where you're going to put the oil in. And oh yeah, there's our diffuser. Let me get that out. Don't want to damage anything. But yes, that is our diffuser and clip. I've got a box sitting over here behind the camera that is full of little bitty Ziploc bags. If anybody ever needs a bunch of these teeny tiny Ziploc bags, every pin kit comes with 7 or 8 of those things. Looks like a coupler in the center band. And let's see what else we've got here. Okay, there's our transmission. This is the part that, well, I've said it is. Oh, yeah. You twist it, and that was what puts the ink out. There's one of the tubes I need. Should be a spring, and yeah, there it is down there. Little spring goes into the refill, keeps it high. And there's the other tube. Yep, got a bunch of that size in here too. So what we've got to do is mark this first. So we're going to leave a little bit of extra room. We're going to mark this. Are these the same size? These are not the same size, so I've got to be careful. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little 1 right there, and I'm going to mark this one with 2. Now, 1. Just mark a line there and give it about 1/16 of an inch on either side. And put a 1 on it. And then here, a little bit of a gap. Mark this in twice. Now, when we put this back together, we want it to match, the grain to match. So to make sure when I'm turning that I know how to put it back on there, we're just going to put a little design on there, kind of an arrow that points towards where it's supposed to go. I'm going to jump over here on the bandsaw, cut that up. You won't be able to see that because I don't have the camera over here and don't want to move it. And that's all it took. Now comes the fun part. Let me pop up the other camera. Because what we've got to do now is change out the mandrel we've got over there. And we're going to have to use a 10mm drill bit to drill some holes. And I'll make sure I've got the camera good. Get this mandrel out of the way. We'll get me a stand where I can put the second camera. I can move it around a little bit more and you can see this from 2 angles. But for now, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to pin the link. Let's do that right now. We're going to copy the link, paste it in the chat. Hey, Susan! There. Now, let's pin that. Now I don't want to put that user in a timeout. That's not what I want to do either. I want to pin it. Did that pin it? Well, it's there anyway. Anybody wants to come on up because I really can't look at chat and do this, so I'll have to just stop every now and then. And you can be my ears or my eyes. Okay, so let's get this on here. I just hand tighten. I don't ever tighten this very hard because that's not going to come loose while I'm working, and I don't want to wear those threads out. Okay, we got our pieces, and now on the other end, give it a little room. Put his little Chuck in there, or Charles if you're formal. Then let's grab us a 10 millimeter. And I use a brad point bit so that it'll start and just makes a better hole. I mean, not better hole, but go straight because it can guide itself a little bit better at that initial spot. Always verify, yes, that is the 10. Let's get that in there. Sock it down. Where did my, there it is. Okay. First one. And I always drill from the inside in, and then I put the tube from the other side. Now, there's a reason for that. Someone told me that that's the way to do it. No, that's not the reason. The reason is once you drill this in, sometimes where you go in gets a little wobble, especially if you have to pull out and clean the bit and then go back in. Sometimes it'll make it a little bit wider here. So you start from the other end so that it leaves more of a gap here. So, oops, and you don't tighten it too much when you've got a smaller size wood, because if you tighten it too much, as you drill that hole down through there, it'll collapse. So let's back in there. We'll just tighten it up. And since it's in a square holder, it's not going to jiggle on as much. Okay, let's put this down around 600 RPM. And get her started. Okay, let's back it up, clean off a bit. Yeah, we need more line. Let's see. Is this going to put lines on there? Oh, okay, good. Let's pop this up. Okay, and yeah, don't ever do this, but I keep a little rod there to knock that. Now, this is where it'll sometimes widen it out, because it's put it back in. You hear that where it hit? It kind of lifts up when you. There we go. We're through. So we'll let it ride. Pull it back. Bring it out. And now let's turn that off. And I'm going to grab the tube. Make sure we get a good hole. Let's do the other. Okay. Yeah, Susan, I did. I just I haven't checked my or answered my emails. I have, but I haven't got down to it. It took me a while to get this new computer set up. And so I got behind on everything, including what I'm doing today, making these pins. Whoops. Don't do this at home, boys and girls. At least not without your parents' permission. Okay. Let's turn this puppy back on. Okay. Let's clean it off and do it again. Yeah. It works, it works. And we're through. Get Back down. Walk it out. Okay. Check that hole. Good job. Okay. We'll pop us back to the other camera because now we get to take that. Okay. We're going to go ahead and glue these together. I'm going to put my leather apron on because I don't like cleaning my clothes. And I don't have to clean my apron. Okay. I'm getting old. It's hard to reach all the way behind my back and clip the thing. Okay, here we go. Remember, we did 1 and 2. Here's 2. And here's 1. Okay, so we're going to go. And there's a little secret here. When you put the glue on and you start putting it in, it drags a lot of the glue off and it scrapes. And by the time you get it all the way in there, this end usually doesn't have much glue on it. So we're going to get the thick CA glue. We'll give it a good dousing down here. Now put a little rim around that. Now remember, we're going to go in from this side. So what we're going to do is put it in here, turn it just a little bit, and that gets enough glue on that end that would have been scraped off when we're doing this. And you don't want to waste time. And you really, okay, don't do what I just did, especially when you got painter's tape. Hey, wipe because that's super glue. And now I'm going to have super glue stuck on my fingernail stuck to my finger. Now, for this other one, I'll do what I should have done for the first one. Just get you a piece of painter's tape, wad it up on the end of your finger. So here we go. Tube number 2. Some glue around there. Remember, we're putting it in here just to get a little bit of glue on it. And then we're coming in this side. And, oh, no, okay. Whew, it almost stuck before I got it in there. I've had that happen a couple of times. And then I have to go in with the bandsaw, cut the tube, and then glue the other end from that end. And that saves the pin. Okay, so we got our glue in there, but we're going to hit it with some activator. You probably want to put the lid back on your glue when you start spraying activator around. And I'm going to look here. Oh, you didn't hear the response about the Morgans. It was a non-committal response. I've got to look and see what I've got. I don't think I'm going to be able to do it right now. Just dropped too much on that new laptop. But let's hit this with the. I said I'd go ahead. I'd get a hold of you later when I could look. But go ahead and put them up for sale because if you got somebody that can get them now, let them. Okay, now this activator just hits that CA glue and just hardens it almost immediately. You can sit there and watch it go over, and I just overdo it sometimes. Now, while this is finishing setting up, what we're going to do is go. Oh, by the way, my finger's hot, and I have blistered myself before because if you get a big drop of CA glue, super glue on you, and then that activator hits it, it will blister you to the muscle. It gets hot. Okay, so let's pull up a split view, and that way you can watch me going back and forth. So while that's setting up, I usually change out my tools. And that gives that time to set. Because we got to go back to a mandrel that holds what we're working on. That one right there. And we're going to get our always put things where they're supposed to be. I know it looks junky in here, but I know where everything is. Everything has its own little drawer or something. So we put our mandrel in, pull out half of the spacers, and now we look here, short, long, and I think the bushings are the same size. Yes, the bushings are the same size, so it's gonna be easy. Lower barrel is the lower barrel, the one by where the ink comes out, is the shorter of the two. So we're going to put a bushing on, and then we're going to put number 1 on. Oh, wait, you know what? We forgot a very important thing. By the way, this is going to be another one of those don't do this at home. But see, we've got to trim this down to where the wood is perfectly even with the brass tubes in there. So we get a 10 millimeter in barrel trimmer. You get the right one here. That would be it. Just that fits down in the tube, doesn't do anything except guides the cutter. So let's get this changed. Got a little set screw. That one slides out. Get in there. And this one slides in. Go. That's tight. Yeah, that's tight. Okay, now we can trim those ends. And by the way, this is another of those don't do this. I do have scars from doing this right in here. So get it and start on this end. Sometimes the glue will go over and not let you through, but that's why it's got a little cutter down here to kind of get it out of the way. But what we want to do is get it even with the brass. And we got a ways to go. Okay, we're right at the brass. Let's go ahead and make sure. There we go. And you can see the shiny there on it. Now we'll do this side. You can see when I say don't try this at home. Because as you're spinning this, it is spinning out the other end. And you get your pinky down there, it will mangle it. And there we go. Shiny brass. Shiny brass. Okay, folks, when I say don't try this at home, that's why. Now, I heard it hit the floor, but I don't think I'm going to be able to save it. Shame. Let me see. If I can find that chunk that came out, I can save this piece of wood. But I'm afraid it is lost in my hand. Beautiful. Okay, so now y'all get to see me try to save a piece of wood. What it did is it caught and ripped it out. And see, scar, not a very bad one, but you notice how fast I turned loose of that. Good news is I can take some CA glue. When I'm done, I don't even think you'll be able to see the crack here. But I don't want to have to try to strip all this stuff off and start over. I won't need that little piece there. Let's tear that off. That's going to get cut off anyway. Oh, perfect. Okay, so what we're going to do is hold this in place and hit it with some really thin CA glue. And that'll seep down in between there. Okay, look at my thin. I'm probably going to glue myself to this thing because this stuff is really thin. See, it already soaked through and come out right there. So I'm going to hold it from the other end now and just douse it all up. See my fingerprints on there? Okay, let's hit it with some activator. Don't want to hit my fingers with the activator. Not with that stuff all over it. Now comes the tricky part to see if this works. Okay, we're not sticky. I'm going to have to go really. Now I've learned there's two different ways to do this. Here and get that block. Okay. You go really slow, or you can do really fast and just very light against it. Oh. Let's see here. We're almost to the brass, and you cannot even see where we repaired it there on the end. Wish I had one of the scopes out here where I could zoom in on it. And there we go. We are. I'm going to do a little bit more. Woo! Thought it caught again. Okay, we're done there. So we got both of our blanks ready to turn. I think it'll be okay. Let's go to the other camera. Let's start turning this puppy. Yeah, that was an ouch. Susan got matching scars. Now, one goes on first. So here we go. Yeah, that's sometimes when you drill it, it kind of flattens the inside. So I keep some little jeweler's files in, and I just knock the edges down. Probably use the deburring tool, but the only one I've got right now is in there with the 3D printers because you use it to trim off the edges and stuff there. Okay, just hit them a little bit. Don't want to hit them too much because it's friction that keeps these pins together. They're pressed together. That is still okay. And look and see. Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of. Got some glue down in there. I'm just gonna have to use a little bit different file. One of the curved viewers, instead of just round, it's a little bit, well, it's got a round side and it's got a flat side. But I found that this round side is curved just perfectly for doing cleanup here. There we go. Put that on my magnet. Make sure my arrow is pointing the other way. And then put the center one. Make sure this arrow is pointing at the other one. You can see now where we cut it is right in the center, and the two arrows are pointing at each other. Okay, this is where we repaired it, so it's got some glue in it too. Let's get the I left it over here on the magnet. Just go do that here, same as we did on the other one. And yeah, that'll work. Put that arrow in that way. Now we put our spacers, bring it up, lock it twice. There we go. Banjo. Okay, let me get now. I always wear a face shield. Everyone should always wear a face shield when they're doing this. I learned that when a piece of wood broke off and hit me in the nose. Believe it or not, I also take my glasses off for this part. So, let me see. Yeah, that's gonna be a good camera angle, I think. Okay, this might get noisy here. Let's do some turning. Okay, I always turn it on slow, like we had it a while ago. And don't tell me I'm doing it too fast. I run it to about 2,500. Some people tell me that that's too fast, but it's where I like it. Okay, let's look at this for a second because see, remember this is where we have the crack. And you can see where we repaired it. You can see where the the CA glue soaked in there, made a little bit darker line. When we put our finish on it, it's going to darken all the wood. So if anything, it'll make it just look just a hair darker and look like a natural crack. But the reason we're starting on this end is because if that was going to blow out, I didn't want to sit and waste my time doing everything else and then have that blow out and then have to stop. So we're looking good. I mean, it got a good soak through because you can see where the CA glue went in. So let's hit it some more. Okay, we're down. We're down where we want to be. I'm going to go ahead and take my mask off, or my face shield off. We're going to do some sandpapering. Put me some glasses on. Oh, man. Hair caught. That'd be... Oh, I wouldn't like that at all. I don't know. I've just never liked anyone messing or pulling my hair anyway. Okay. And we're going to sand this with 5 different grits. We're going to start at 150 and go up to 600. And we're going to reverse directions of the lathe between each one. And I'll explain while we do it. Okay. We're sanding wood, so it has fibers. As it's spinning this way, those fibers will lay down away while you sand them. It'll get most of them, but there'll be some still laying there. So we turn the direction, and now when you sand, it flips them back the other way. And by the time we're done with the 5, should have all those little fibers that are still sticking up. So it just makes a smoother finish. So we're going to start with our roughest grit, and we're just going to hit it. And I use a piece of wood so that it keeps it flat, and I don't put any low spots or grooves or whatever in it. We're just kind of knocking it down, going across, trying to keep them the same size. First time I've made this type of pen. Now I'm going to turn it off. I'm going to reverse it, but I'm not going to turn it back on again yet. Because what we're going to do is we're going to knock off as much of the radial line grooves that we put in with the sandpaper, scratches. Now we got our way across. I'll throw that little piece of sandpaper away because I don't want red stuff all over my next project. Now, with my fingers, I'll just lightly hit the top with the next highest grit. Stop it, reverse it. You can even see the kind of zigzag pattern there. And then I'm taking that off with the same grit. And I'll just quickly go through this with the others. I'm getting faster at this than I used to be. But you can see this is, just making one pin. It takes a little bit. And the other way. And I'm not pressing very hard at all. I'm trying to polish more than I am take any of it off. Last time I reversed that for this pin. Now, one last piece sandpaper. And with this one, I'm not even using my finger. I'm touching it in between my finger and where I'm holding it with my thumb and the other finger. Okay. Now, we don't get, there's still cracks in the wood. There's still some, dust inside the little grain and stuff in there. So before we do our next step, we want to take a clean rag or something like that with a spot on it that you can get wet with your alcohol. Denatured alcohol. Just hit that and see, look at that. That's, as it's wet, that's what the finish is going to look like when we're done. I do not see a single crack down here. Whoop, you can see just a little bit of a mark right there. See that? But it's not even, it actually looks like some of the other grain pattern around. So, success. Now, as that's drying a little bit, I'm going to take another. The reason this was quite dirty. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to post the link again, because if somebody could come in here on panel, you could tell me when someone asks a question. Now, Deb, this one, I can make this one, but this is an aromatherapy pen for that someone has purchased. It's a lady I go to church with. It's also the people that we bought our new land from. So I'm going to use some, I can make one of these, but I don't think Kentucky John's going to really want an aromatherapy pen. Now, I just got a little bit of, what's this stuff called? Yeah, Yorkshire grit. Those British people know how to do some stuff. I really like this. It's just a polishing paste. And we're just going to go through and coat it kind of slow. But now I'm going to crank this thing up as fast as it'll go. Almost 3,600 RPM. And we're going to polish it. It says like it says grit, it's got grit in it. And this is, I kind of liken this to taking the wood and using it every day for about 20 years and it getting that, that old antique looking wood finish that you see on stuff. This kind of does that. You see it's taking some of the stuff off of the metal, but now I come through and just get it all off and polish it up some. And then we're going to do our next step to our finish. If we like the end product there, or the results there. Turn the lathe back down for the next step. Looking good. Next step, you're going to love this one. I got a big old chunk of beeswax here. Pure beeswax. And I'm just going to turn this thing on and hit this with it. Just get it nice coated. There we go. And now we're going to crank it up And it's going so fast that it'll heat up and melt that beeswax as soon as I hit this. See how it gets shiny? It's melting the beeswax and letting it soak into any remaining cracks, while at the same time polishing up a little bit finer what we had. And you can see it gets shinier and shinier as we do this. Now I'll go to a clean spot of it, start taking all the excess wax off of it. And this time, okay, did not see a change in the finish, so we are done with the blanks. So let's take these. Oh, I love that. I love that bloodwood. And I think with that silver over there, that this is going to be something special. Take the whole thing off. This way I know which is the center, which is not, which are the ends. Now let's change cameras because we're coming to the other side. You gonna stay with the pink one? Okay. So I'm gonna set these down. Let me make sure you can see this. My hands are kind of in the way. I know what. Let's try this. I'll make a little room. I think I can get this way. We'll do that. I'm just going to move my press. Bring it up when we're done with this part. Now, let's see if we can get this over here. Don't look at the mess in the floor. There we go. Is that better? Okay. So, I'm going to put the bushings back where they belong. Okay. Open up. Stupid baggy. Now the last one. Okay. That's the way the pin's going to be put together right there. So, put the bushings up here where they belong. Move my headphone. There we go. Okay. Let's see. First thing we're going to do is lay out our parts the way they've got it there. And this is the lower tube, and this is the upper tube. And it's the first time I've made this pin, and that's why I do this, because I don't want to get it wrong. So, put the spring on the end, refill. There we go. There's the refill. What's next? Here's this cap that goes here. There's our clip. And the center band goes this way. Mechanism. There's the mechanism. Goes this way. And the new. Okay, so there we go. Got it laid out. We know we got everything we need and where it's at. And I put it on the paper like a dummy when the assembly is over here. Line up parts according to diagram A. We've already done that. Next. Okay. Press the tip onto the one end of the lower barrel. Okay. This is where since that needs to be the lower barrel and it's shorter, remember? This is why you got to keep everything together, because if I dropped those on the floor, I wouldn't know how they went back together. But I could measure and see which one's the shorter. So, take this, put it right there. Don't over tighten right there. Don't press too hard. You will split that out. I know. Don't ask me how I know. Okay, press the center band into the open end of the lower barrel. We can do that. All right. There. Okay. Push spring on the Chevy, or you could slide refill through center band. Okay. Now we thread the mechanism over the refill onto the center band. Press the cap on the one end of the upper barrel. Okay, we got that. Make sure it works. Okay, got to loosen that a little bit. There we go. Mechanism works. I'm going to set this over here on the cloth that I have. And let's press this in. And then press cap on the one end of it. Push a wick into the hole in the bottom of the diffuser assembly. There we go. We get one of these wicks out. I'm going to close that back up because that will go with the pin. We press the wick in here. When you press that wick in, it's bigger. Okay, it's pressed in. Thread diffuser assembly into the... Oh, I don't like that. I'm glad I put a... I think the next one I'm going to put a CA finish because the clip slides on it and it's not making a mark. I don't like that sliding on that. I think I need a harder finish. I'll know next time. Okay. Push barrel under. Yeah, you're done. Here's our pin. Now, oh, that actually goes in there. Now, what we want to do is now line up our drain, which will put it right there. So now when the pin's closed, our drain lines up like it was in the tree. And then when we want a pin, we do that. We want aromatherapy, do we just snip the end? Okay, there is, and I think that was a good choice going with the red. What do you think? So let's see here. Any questions? Hey, look, Susan. Welcome. Thank you.
Really?
Yeah,
How you doing?
I'm doing good. Now I can put my headphones on so I can hear a little bit better. Yeah,
What kind of wood is that?
it's called bloodwood.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, I thought it would go good with that satin silver finish.
What
So
exactly is an aromatherapy pin?
do what?
What exactly is an aromatherapy pin?
But you know what aromatherapy is, right? With
Right.
the essential oils.
Yeah.
Well, you got your wicks here. You got a little bottle that you can carry your favorite oil in, and then you just get out, take this cap off the end, and there's a little wick in here where you can put your essential oils in there, put it back together, and now your pen smells like whatever essential. It's kind of like a handheld diffuser that you can carry with you.
Oh, nice. So if you're in a stressful situation, you just take the pin out and snip it a minute.
Yeah. And what I'm going to do is put this bottle down in the bag with the extra wicks, and this one's ready to go to the client, the customer.
Wow.
So now I'm about to get some options, and I'm going to let everybody in chat decide what we make next, and then what material we use for it. So first, we're going to decide which actual pen we want to make. And the options are going to be, let's put these options last. Okay, we have a click pen, which is you can see it's just a one piece of wood, large piece, but it's just a click pen made out. It's called a Devon click pen, made out of gunmetal, fairly easy to make. Nice little pen. And then we have an Elite fountain pen. Now this is an actual fountain pen, and notice, look here, 24 karat gold accents on all of it.
Wow.
Okay, and it's 2-piece. Unscrew the cap like that.
Yeah.
Really nice fountain pen. Okay, then we have the Gatsby. It's a twist pen. It also only has one here, but it's really classy looking, and you twist the end here to open it. It just squirts out the ink, or the right at the end. Now, this is almost identical to the Elite fountain pen, but this is, oh, I take that back, wrong one. I've got this in a roller ball.
Yeah,
The
that's
Elite
what I
fountain
got.
pen. Right,
West,
you got the Elite roller ball. This
and
is
absolutely love it.
I think they write the best of any pen that I make.
Yeah.
This one, however, it's the same cartridge that you have, but this is a traditional design that instead of unscrewing the cap, you just pull it, and then you can snap it on the end. I'm not a big fan of it because it is really hard to get this little plastic cap here to stay up in the
Right.
and that's what makes it click. And every once in a while, it'll close and click good when you're not using it, but when you put it on the other end to write with it, sometimes it doesn't stay good. So I'm not going to be getting any more of these, but I'm not going to waste the kits I've got.
I really like mine that screws off and then screws on the other end.
Yeah, I do too. That's my favorites of them. This one is a twist pin, just a regular twist pin, like the pink and purple one that I did for McKenna. So it's one of the first pins I ever started making, and it again 24 karat gold. Anything that I can, I get with the 24 karat gold, unless it's something like these last two choices. Here we have a bolt action. Both of these are bolt action ceramic flag pin kits. One of them is in red, white, and blue, and one of them, all of the flag is black and white. So these are pretty awesome. But they're the bolt action.
What does that mean?
I wish I had one out here with me. I'd show you. The mechanism extends out when you want to use the pen. It's like a click pen, except instead of clicking the end, it's got a bolt, like a bolt action rifle on it.
Oh, on the side.
Right.
Like
so you can see it a little bit better. See, this is the colored one. See, and up here it's closed, and then when you want to write with it, you just push it down, flip it over to lock it, and then when you're done, you just do like that. The spring from the ink cartridge pushes it all back up here.
Oh yeah, I see.
And it actually has a little rifle on it.
Oh, that's cute.
So these are really good patriotic ones, and I do actually have some camouflage ceramic that if we decide to do one of these, I think it'd be cool to make a camouflage pin.
Oh, heck yeah.
But those are the options of the of what we can do next. What do y'all think?
Well, do you have any that you need to make for somebody or?
Um, whatever I make is going to go to a fine young gentleman who is got some people who just want they weren't particular, and he's going to see what he can sell basically.
Oh, nice.
I think he goes by Florida Metal Detecting. So I'm gonna be sending these down to FMD.
FMD. Oh, yeah, I've heard of him. He's a really nice guy, right?
Yeah, and oh man, I tell you what, if you get a chance, watch our stream from last night. Just okay, the second race in. Okay, RC ran his race and I ran my race because there's something happened that I guarantee you've never seen happen in a live stream race before. I went 6 for 10, and all of a sudden he said 10. And Brad asked him if it was a typo, and he said, no, won them all. So we ran the race with him on there with the numbered. He wanted the race to actually run. And he picked out a slabbed MS-69 quarter. And he said, you got a drill handy? And I said, yes, I got a workbench behind me. He said, drill a hole in it.
Oh, my God.
So,
Sounds like Robert doing that to the pandas.
yeah, exactly. That's I think that might be what gave him the idea. So
Probably.
we got up there. Nobody thought it would happen, and we had actually planned it out. Okay, and so I got it up and I said, "You sure?" And he said, "Yeah, drill it." So I drilled a hole in it for real. I thought people were going to have a heart attack.
Yeah, I think we all did the same thing when Robert did it live on the pandas. He's such a
Yeah,
toad.
I just wish I'd thought, because later I thought what he should have done right after I drilled the hole in it and showed it was, dude, I was just kidding.
Yeah, no kidding. That would have been bad.
But yeah,
Deb says to make one like mine, like the one I got.
okay. Which one is yours? You'll have to
Mine,
remind me.
it's a really
Oh,
light,
the fountain.
colored wood, but it's a roller ball.
Okay, let's grab the roller ball. Let me put these over there.
I don't know what
Oh,
kind
here
of
it
wood
is.
it is.
Here it is. Well, no, that's the traditional gold. That's the one that flips up. Did somebody pop in? Thought I heard somebody pop in. Okay, that's a fountain. I'll set these back over here because I'm going to need them. If James Schultz and Mrs. RC won complete custom pins,
Oh,
which
nice.
they get to do what we're doing right now, but then they'll get to keep them.
Oh,
I'll
wow.
send them to them. So I have traditional golden roller ball. I keep a lot of these pin kits around. Slimline, no. Bolt action. See, this is the aromatherapy ones and the 30 caliber bolt action pin kits. Polaris. No. Oh, I've got some little clocks that I can put into the side of some of the stuff I make now, like my bowls or whatever I want to put them in.
Yeah.
Viceroy, I forgot to put that one out. Let's see here. Bolt action. Oh, we'll have to reorder some of the. What's that? Euro?
You got a lot of
Elite
pins.
2 fountain pen. Yeah, I got fountain pen. What's that one? Right? That's a Devon. You know what? That rollerball, I think I might have used my last one. I might have to
Uh-oh.
order. Let me look in my emergency stash over here. I actually keep an emergency stash up in my cabinet. I'm gonna get
Oh,
one
that's
of
a
these
good idea.
viceroys out. Yeah, you never know what you're gonna need to make. I even got my dart sets down there. Okay, and we have Elite Tooth Fountain. Okay, we're going to have to make a fountain pen if we do that style. Tell you what, let's make it's still going to be a roller ball. Okay, I'll tell you what we can do. But no, that's a traditional. That's the same thing. Traditional golden roller ball.
I'd love to see one of the bolt action ones if you want to make one of those.
Okay. The bolt
Sorry,
action are
Deb.
good. And really, that's more of what they're looking for. So let's do that. Let's do we'll save the flag ones.
Hey, Daryl.
Because you know what? I've got another option here. Okay, gold, chrome, or gunmetal? What do you think?
Gunmetal.
Okay.
If it's going to be a bolt action, right?
Yeah. Oh, you're gonna love this one too. But I do want to do wood because acrylic. Instead of doing a camouflage one, and I'll show you why. There's no flag on this one. It's just the parts over here on the cloth that we're not going to look at. Why is there only one? Oh, that's right. I started saying, why is there only one tube?
Because you make the other one out of wood.
Yes, I think we're going to make it out of wood because but I may change my mind as we look at them.
What else do you make
But
them out of?
let's pull these out so we can compare. Set it beside them and get the colors right. There we go. See, there's the mechanism for this one. Instead of having a flag up here, it's just gunmetal.
Okay.
And it's once it's together, these things are beautiful. Or I do with the color wise.
Oh yeah, I like that.
And then I think this is the neatest part. They actually made the end copper so it looks like a bullet. Now wood. Here's some options. This is Sonoran iron, one of my favorite woods to work with. I'm going to set these out where we can all see them. Then there's that zebra wood. Let's see here. Marble wood. It's kind of hard to work with. It's really fibrous and brittle. Now, and that is Bacote. Whatever that's.
Do you remember what kind mine is? It's really light. It's like tan colored light. Light wood.
Is it got little curly? Is it curly maple?
Let's look at it.
It could be birch. We may get to it here in a minute. And I kind of like looking at the ends too to see how the grain's going to be through it. But this is Goncalo Alves. I'm not saying that right. Here's that. This is Red Heart. That's not Bloodwood. That's Red Heart. Here's Olive Wood. And I mean, it always has really good spalting in it.
There's mine.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Oh, that's mango.
It's beautiful, whatever it is.
That's either mango, and I'll pull it when we get to it. I'll show you. or it's just straight tamarin without the spalting. Now this is Makassar ebony. I mean, if you, I don't know if you can see that right there. Let's see. It's a type of ebony, and it's not as dark as the other. Well, sometimes it is, but sometimes you can get these lighter bands in it that really look nice.
That's really pretty.
Now this is just straight walnut right here.
Looking at all these, trying to decide when you finally get a chance to make KY's what he would like. I don't have any idea.
Well, that's one of the reasons I was laying these out so you look. This is one of my favorites, but it's really hard to work with. Walnut burl. And the grain just goes everywhere.
Yeah.
And then we've got Purple Heart. And this is the tamarind. You see, this one's probably a little bit darker than yours.
Mm-hmm.
But
I kind of like the sound of the Purple Heart for KY. Ah.
Yeah, this, I don't know how to pronounce that. Wingy, I don't know. It's interesting. It's got a really straight grain pattern, almost like Black Palm, but Black Palm has a little more character. This is Padauk. That's the way I pronounce it anyway. Padauk. Here's our Bloodwood. We're almost done here.
They're so
now,
pretty.
Black Palm. Here, I'm gonna put these this way so that we don't run out of room. We got 4 more. Here is the mango, and you see why I think that I think that's what you've got. It has just little dark lines every once in a while.
Yeah, it's got little dark lines in it. It does.
Right. So I think yours is mango. Here's the spalted tamarind. If it had a lot more of those lines, I would think it was this. So that's the 2 things that I think it might that it was.
Yeah.
That's the reason that I started sending certificates of authenticity with everything. So, didn't you get a certificate of authenticity with it?
I probably did.
Yeah, it'll tell you exactly what wood it is. Here's that's the curly maple, and then finally, the weirdest wood I work with, camphor. If I've got sinus issues or anything, when I start turning this, my head clears up because it smells just like it's where they get camphor oil.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
So I always save the trimmings and the wood chips and then put them in a little bag, and you can have it for an inhaler. So what wood should we put this gunmetal bolt action pen? Oh, Daryl, I'm going to look up here real fast. Daryl Deb says, see if I missed anybody. Okay, sorry.
I can't find a certificate, but that doesn't mean I don't have it. I don't remember getting it. I got my little bag.
It would have been about the size of a business card, and it would be laminated.
No, I don't remember getting one of those. I got the little bag, little black bag it came in.
Yeah. Well, it won't fit in there, so when I ship them, I usually stick them down in the side in the shipping bag and shipping package. So I've had people throw them away before.
Oh no, I wouldn't throw it away. I have a box I put all my paperwork and cards and stuff in.
You know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking this one that I don't know how to pronounce. Let's see. Look here. The grain. It's dark and light. That's got a nice pattern, and look at that. I think that would be a really good fit with the color.
Oh yeah, that's gorgeous.
So,
absolutely, yeah, do it.
Let's do that. So while we're here, I'm just going to keep that out, keep that there, and set these back in the box. Although, wait a second. Looky here. Would the zebra wood? You think the zebra wood might? Let's turn it to those.
Oh, that'd be pretty too.
Hey, why don't we all vote? I'm gonna set this right here. One of them's a little bit more brownish. One of them's a lighter, like grayish brown. And we'll let. What do you think? From the camera, the one let's left or right.
I really like the looks of that zebra wood. Yeah.
Deb.
What do you think, Deb? Oh, I can't. Let's see. The top of mine screws.
You want to show
on.
it? Let me pop you up.
Hang on, let me get out here and put you on my tripod so I can.
Oh, okay. When you're ready, you can just go ahead and turn it on.
Okay. Okay. So let's darken here. There. So that's it. The top of it has a lot more, won't focus because I don't have my background up, but it has a lot more dark lines on it. But see, Deb, it just screws open and you take it off, put it on the bottom and screw it on the bottom so you don't lose it. Take it off, screw it back on, and it writes so wonderful. I love this pen. Love, love, love it. My camera's not going to focus because I don't have anything behind me.
And I appreciate you coming up here. And anybody else who wants to come up is welcome to come up.
There,
hi, Anna.
That's a little better.
Anna won my first bowl I gave away.
See the dark lines in the cap of it?
Okay, that's tamarind. That is tamarind. I can tell you that. But now that you got it close up for me,
yep,
that is I love. I've got a lot of that because I love working with it. Anyone that asks me for a light colored pen, I always use it because it does have those those lines and things.
It's very pretty. The cap has a lot more lines than the barrel of it, but that's okay. I love it. It's gorgeous, and it writes so pretty.
I'm going to settle this the easy way. I'm just going to make both. So get the kit out, and let's just get another kit out. So,
oops,
do chrome. We'll do a gunmetal one and a chrome one. We'll put the gunmetal on the zebra, and we'll put the chrome on the Alves, whatever this is, Goncalo Alves. Okay, so I can use this one to mark it. Put this over here, and I'm gonna go ahead so I don't have to do it later. Take this kit out. I gotta have the tube anyway, and I'll show you what I'm talking about, and you'll see why I think the darker wood would go better. I think with the with the chrome.
You need to put the camera back on you. You still got it on me.
Oh, that's right. Sorry. Yeah.
Can't say anything.
That's why I need help. see that chrome will look good with the darker wood. So yes, we'll do that. What we don't want to do is mix and put chrome end and one end chrome, one end gunmetal. That would look funky. And spring go. Don't tell me that. Oh no, there it is. It's stuck to the bubble wrap.
I think you'll be very happy with it, Deb. I love this pen. I love it. Deb's changed her mind. She wants a pen like mine now.
Okay. I can't.
She said she thinks she owes you more money, but she wants the
Yeah.
style of mine.
I can't remember what she said because I did so many numbers last night during the races. Deb, how much did you send over? Or did you? I don't remember. My brain leaks. I know I say that all the time, but yeah, it's just the way I feel. You get my age, and told somebody the other day. Every time I remember a name, I forget a verb, so I put
She said
Newfield.
30. She said 35.
Okay, I'm going to order some of them in. You don't know anymore. Well, I'll go ahead and do one of those for the same. Okay. It's I don't know. Yeah, that's it. You'll get it for the same price.
Very
Yeah,
nice.
it's the next there. This on. It's there. That's to tell me which to put in my scrap box. Now I'm gonna put
And
all
would y'all
the
just look at that pen he's using? It's not even one of his.
well, no, because I don't want to ruin one of mine out here writing on wood.
There you go.
Those are expendable.
There you go.
Okay, so
Throw away.
like I said, I don't have my camera over here on this saw, but I'm gonna cut
Oh,
these
sorry.
up.
You'll be happy with it, Deb. The ends don't pop off, so you can't. If you screw them on there, you can't lose them.
Now I'm gonna go ahead and get my sandpaper ready, so I don't have to pop it up while it's running. And we'll be able to do both pins with this one set.
I order pins too because except for the pen I just got from Hillbilly, I only write with green. So I have to order pins from Amazon, but now I'm using this pen all the time. I haven't even picked up my green pen since I got this one.
You know, I've got a pen that I've been thinking about ordering a kit for. That's one of those old style pens that has red, blue, black, and
Oh yeah, the little clicker things. That's
right,
kind of like a bolt action thing.
right. But it's also got a 0.7 millimeter lead, the mechanical pencil.
Oh, nice.
But man, it's going to be a nightmare to build that thing.
Oh hell yeah, it will.
Okay, are we still at 10? Oh no, we got to go 3/8 inch this time. So I'm gonna have to change the drill bits and stuff out. Let's change the camera over to where we're going to be doing some. I tell you what, I'm just going to pop us all back up. That way, when I get to turning it, I'll zoom back in. But this way, as I'm going back and forth, everybody can watch. Let's see, 3/8 inch is right there.
You can take me right off of there so your picture isn't bigger.
How do you do that?
I don't know, but I think you can.
Let's see.
If it
Yeah,
fires
but that'll make you where you can't talk.
Oh.
Yeah, I can pop you down, but you'll be in the basement and won't be able to talk. This is fine. This is fine.
Okay.
So let's see here. What was I about to do? Oh, yeah, I've got to take this mandrel off. Not that. Okay. And we're putting in to cut them. After I do these, I'm gonna have to go eat.
Yeah, I gotta get dinner made and get ready for the Reckless show tonight. Woohoo!
Oh, that's right. That is tonight, isn't it?
Yeah, I missed it last week because I had to go out of town to a play that my friend's son was in. And everywhere I've seen Stephen Lund all week long, he said, "Where were you last Saturday?" And he just gives me shit.
I've got some pin. I got a couple of pin blanks that are curing right now with Reckless logo on it.
Oh, nice.
They did so much for Ashley for when we did the fundraiser
Yeah.
and Chris that I wanted to do a pin for them. So
He'll be thrilled about that.
I hope so. I think it's going to be really nice looking. I'm moving the camera. Okay.
Deb wants me to tell you that she has been stalking your videos and your home is gorgeous.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, she must have watched some of the drone videos. So that's trying to. I don't remember doing it. Then I remembered the drone. So okay.
Where do you live?
In Arkansas.
Arkansas.
Yep.
Long way from me.
Yeah, it's a long way.
I'm a long ways from everybody. It's terrible. Guess the closest to me is probably Steve looking for silver and all the people that are in Idaho. Well, Big Sky's right above me in Montana.
Well, you would think that me being right in the middle of the United States, I'd be closer to more people. But now, like EC down in Texas,
Yeah.
guys over in Oklahoma.
Oh my God! Speaking of Texas, Herman Orquez is from Texas.
Okay.
Oregon called me yesterday because they did a StreamYard, just a personal one, not live.
Yeah.
And Herman was at his LCS that he goes to all the time.
Yeah.
This place is 3,500 square feet. I mean, a huge store. And you've watched the streams that Herman's in, and he always has just generic silver, which is fine. People like it and they buy it. But Oregon said this place had so much good stuff. He said, I don't know why Herman isn't buying it up. I mean, he had Big Apple and Oregon on the StreamYard with him, and Oregon and Big Apple were going crazy. Just saying, oh my God, buy that. Oh, buy that. They were sending him money, making him buy stuff.
Yeah. Anytime I have questions about notes or any kind of bills or currency or anything, I get a hold of Big Apple.
Oh heck yeah, he's definitely the man for that.
I've always done coins myself, and I was up at my mom's going through a bunch of coins she had, and she said, "Look here." She pulled out a big wad of bills, and they're all nationals.
See, and I don't even know what that means, but it must be good.
Well, government on the back of their catalog a couple of months ago, you could get 5 of them for. I think they had for 3 easy payments of $3.99 each, something like that.
Shit.
And I'm sitting there going, "Yeah,
oh, it must be special."
They're from back when the banks would print their own money.
Oh.
And on the side it'd say First National Bank of Austin, Texas, or something like that on it. So.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool.
My wife collects Barbies. She's got Barbies worth more than some of the gold I've got.
Yeah, some of those Barbies are crazy. I've never been into Barbies and stuff. I have a ton of Jimmy Johnson NASCAR stuff.
But I've got the NASCAR stuff too. Um, if you like the NASCAR stuff, this I usually don't lead with this, but both Mark Martin and remember when Ward Burton was driving for Bill Davis Racing?
Yep.
Bill Davis is here. He's one of my clients here in town
Oh, wow.
on their background check company. And I play music out at his place every now and then too when they have weddings and stuff. He's got his place they rent out.
Oh, God.
So let's get this glued in. But Mark Martin, my dad and my uncle used to flag over at Batesville Motor Speedway.
Oh, wow.
And one of them, I can't remember which is which, but one of them flagged his very first race ever. The other one flagged his first win.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, he's moved back here, built a house.
That's very cool.
Oops, I hit well, I'm glad I got that little DJI hold your camera still thingy. Oops, putting the glue in the wrong end. Yeah, can't put it in the wood first. Guess you could, but it's not going to work very well. It doesn't really matter where I drilled it. Just put it in a little bit on one side. I didn't put my tape in. Please don't set up. Okay, good. Didn't want to get that on my fingers.
Yeah.
Little tool just for pushing that in.
Deb collect depression glass Barbies and pedal cars. Pedal cars are cool. They used to have a lot of glassware, and
you'd have to have a lot of room. You'd have a lot of room to store a collection of pedal cars, wouldn't you?
Yeah, you do.
Well, my wife used to collect Coke stuff, but she's decided she's not going to anymore. And so she's about to put it all up for sale in our booth over at the antique shop. Antique/craft, whatever. So we got that done. Let's go ahead. Shoot it with some activator.
Is that a special kind of glue for wood?
It's basically just super glue.
But you have to add the activator?
But you don't have to. It'll eventually dry, just like super glue does. But as soon as you hit that activator hits it, it starts curing up faster.
Oh, okay.
So
that's why you were able to put it on the lathe immediately after you glued it.
Exactly. Sometimes if it's going to be something like a slingshot or something like that, I'll use epoxy to get a little bit stronger bond.
Right.
But this will hold plenty good for a pin.
Oh, heck yeah.
And while it's curing, we'll get the stuff changed out over here. Okay. Yeah, that's probably not the way you're supposed to do that, but yeah. I don't always follow the rules.
Well, if you've been doing it long enough that it's second nature, why?
Yeah, because it's been years that I've been working with lathe. It's just relaxing for me.
I know. I wish I loved doing that kind of stuff when I did it in school, and then I worked at a sheet metal shop and got to do a little bit of it on. The lathe was just fun and relaxing. Not so much when I got my hair was really, really long, and I didn't tie it back. And
well, I hope it didn't do a lot of damage.
My teacher happened to be standing right beside me when I did it, and it yanked my head right down to the bar, but he hit the off switch before it pulled it all out. I was really lucky.
Okay, we got the right.
Because they would have just yanked me bald.
Yeah, because I mean, it literally it'll pull your scalp off.
Yeah.
It was there with your skull showing.
It could have been really, really, really bad, but he was right there and hit the power button. Thank God. And then I got a lecture for an hour and a half about tie your damn hair back.
I want to thank everybody for hanging out. It's not really exciting. I just think it's fun.
Well, it's
But
very interesting. I mean, I think it's really, really cool to be able to watch you make what I use every day. I mean,
there's something else. Day before yesterday, I stopped at a shop that actually does machining of metal.
mhm,
And they said that, yeah, if you can design it in Fusion 360, which is what I use to design all of my stuff for my 3D printing,
yeah.
they said, we can make it. So
Wow.
I'm actually going to have some 100% custom pins that the little metal bits that are not coming out of a bag. I'm designing them. I don't know how it's going to turn out. Again, folks, don't do this at home. You already saw me get bit a while ago.
Yep. Been there, done that. Not fun, but you're going to do it again.
Well, yeah, you learn. It's like, well, don't do. Doctor, it hurts here when I do this. Yeah, don't do that.
Well, just learn to let go of it really fast.
Yeah. And like this wood right here, I can already see it has a little crack right there. But that won't it'll be turned out. It won't be a part of the finished product. But that means I'm going to be careful with this one.
Yeah.
Because I don't want it doing what that other one did.
Yeah, but you can't even tell the other one did.
Well, yeah, it's I got tired of throwing stuff away just because I had cracked it, so I figured out how to fix it.
Yeah, that's smart.
Yeah, we're going to start with the zebra wood. You don't want to, if you're using the same sandpaper, you don't want to go from a dark wood to a light wood because the residue will stain the light wood. So we're going to start with the zebra wood when we're sanding, and then do the other. But you know what? I just realized something.
Now tell me why you don't start with it, that you do it that way.
Because the sandpaper will get little particles of the darker wood in it. And then when you sand the lighter wood, it'll stain it.
Oh, okay. I gotcha.
And we're going to look for a peak. There we go. You know what? I got 2 sets of bushings, and these are shorter wood, so we're going to do both pins at the same time.
Right, Deb? Deb says, I love watching this. My husband was watching a little. He can just about do anything, but he said, dang, that man is talented.
Well, thank you. It's not, it's when you, I'm glad she said talented, because talent is something you don't earn. I don't know how to put it. If somebody has no talent whatsoever and they learn to do something, that to me is more impressive than somebody that has a gift for doing something and takes it for granted.
Yeah,
I don't ever want to take something for granted, but I didn't really do this. It's
taught yourself. Yeah.
I don't want to offend anybody, but it's the way God made me, and I'm not going to hide it just because I think I shouldn't be able to do it.
Right.
Because I fail a lot. I mean, you can see I've got bags of stuff here that are waiting for me to fix them because I've made stupid mistakes. And I don't even know any other way to put it than stupid mistakes.
Yeah.
So we may go down on the bushings there because, let's see, let's put the zebra wood over here. And then we'll put the Goncalo. Okay. Remember, I need to file those down a little bit. Need a longer cable.
That piece of wood right there is going to be just fabulous. I can already tell. That's going to be so pretty.
Well, they call it zebra wood for a reason.
Yeah.
It's I love it. I've got quite a bit of it over there. And I've got some wood that you ever seen. You know what Bodark is?
Mm-mm.
Bodark is a really yellow wood. And I think here, yeah, I've got a piece right here.
Yeah, I wouldn't like that. I don't like yellow.
Look at here. That came off of an 80-year-old barn. I've got about
Can't see it. Your
8
camera's not
feet.
right.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, there you go. Oh, wow, that is yellow.
Yeah, and it's really hard wood. I mean, this is the hardest wood as far as just plain old toughness of any that I've got. It's almost like cutting concrete when you're turning it.
Holy cow.
So that goes on. That goes on. That. Good. We are ready to go.
That's
These
roll.
down a magnet. I'm gonna go ahead and bring that up so y'all can watch it turn.
Yes.
Okay. Put the saver on, lock it down.
I got you on my big TV, and I'm talking on my phone so I can see it good.
Good. So you barely touching. Back it up just a bit. Yeah, whatever you do, you don't want that thing to be stuck. Luckily, this lathe, if it detects that it can't move, it'll turn itself off.
Oh, that's good.
This was one of my birthday or Father's Day presents this year from my wife.
Very
Well,
nice.
Father's Day / birthday. My old lathe is sitting out. I've probably got the only wood shop here in this county that has a porch on it. Right. When we ordered this building, my wife wanted a porch, so I put a porch on it.
Is that just the sound of the lathe, or is it hitting that thing?
That's just the sound of the lathe.
Okay.
Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my headphones off, so I'm not gonna be able to hear you for a second.
Okay.
And because I got to put my face mask on, I don't
Right.
do this anymore without the mask.
Very
Okay,
smart.
so I'll be back in a minute when we get it turned.
Okay.
I'll still be talking. I just won't be able to hear you.
Okay.
Okay. So there's my face mask. I'll show it later. Okay, let's go old school. This is what before they had those carbide turners like I was using. Just putting a little bit of an edge here. There we go. This is the way they used to do it with just now. I have to wear a face shield with this because if I mess up with this, it's going to be disastrous.
Where'd my sound go? know, my Soundcraft out. Isn't it, Daryl? Oh, I have no sound.
Oh, I almost missed it. Okay. Enough of that.
It's so cool to watch.
Put my headphones back on. So, did you see that old school?
Very cool.
Yeah, that's the way you used to do everything. 7, it's probably not. Again, oh, you come out. We have. I'll usually. That's why I keep this handy. Is knock it off. A lot of that is splatter from stuff. I don't know. I need to put a guard over it. I'll eventually do that, but we're going to go from our light colored, and then what I'm going to do is flip this around and do the dark one on the other side. That way, if we stop in the middle, reverse directions that I can give it. Get this one. And this one's not going to need as much, but we're going to do it anyway. Okay.
Yeah, Deb, I've heard him play piano. He's really good.
Yeah, I've got to get my studio set back up with the new laptop. A little bit extra. A little bit more baby up here. Get this one. I hear the rain coming down out there again.
We have snow coming down here.
I wish I had snow.
It's beautiful.
Okay.
Oh my God, look at that zebra wood. Oh, I can't wait to see it polished. Woo! That other wood's really nice too, though.
I think the other's more rustic looking, you know, like almost like walking in an old cabin or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Look here, see, we got a crack. We're going to do a CA finish on this one. Can't have that. I mean, it won't hurt the pen itself. Matter of fact, it adds some character.
Yeah.
But we can't do, the finish we did with the beeswax. We can't do that with that, or it'll just leave a hole in the pen.
Yep.
So we'll fill it up. So y'all get to see a little bit different way of doing finish.
Nice.
And we're still going to hit it with the paste, but we won't put the beeswax up. We'll go ahead and change over to a different. Oops, almost forgot this part. We'll change over to a different mandrel. Got non-stick bushings so that the CA glue doesn't glue what we're working on to our little bushings here.
Oh yeah, I don't want that.
Whoops. Got to turn it.
Well, I'm glad I popped in here today. This was good.
I am too, because I've done this before where I have to keep stopping and walking over here.
Hi, Simmons.
This way people tell me, you can tell me, when people ask questions, and it makes it easier. I don't have to stop.
Yeah.
So let me get this last. Usually when I do it this way, I've got this little polishing pad that I use. Almost worn out.
Why different colors of what, Deb?
How many different colors of what?
Deb says, why different colors? I don't know what she's talking about.
Different colors wood is because we're doing two pens at the same time. Now, got different colors of sanding pads is the different grits. Okay, so let's go ahead and hit that with some. I'm going to do.
Yeah, two different pins. Because the two pins that he's making only need one piece of wood.
Yeah, I've got room to do it, so.
Yeah.
Let's look at this.
He does do awesome work, Seven. I love my pen also.
Look at that. That's what the.
Oh wow.
So let's do our paste first.
Oh wow.
And then wait a second. No, we are not going to put the paste on this time. There's a reason for that. These are ready. Let's go ahead and put the other finish on. So we will need this mandrel again.
Wow.
but not until we get the finish on. So let's just leave this all set up like it is. You're gonna love this other mandrel. Okay. Everything in its place. This one, a little bit different type. I have my end. Okay. Here we go. Mr. Zebra. And Mr. Gonzalo Alves. Gonzalo Alves. See that little crack. Yeah, we got to get that. This will kind of seal it up.
Yeah.
I mean, it's got the brass tube in there, but it's still not good to have it crack. And you saw how good the CA finish did a while ago.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we're going to use thin and medium. And I'm going to go ahead and put my tape back on my finger. You'll see why here in a second. Come on, tape. Okay. Scissors. Don't you hate it when you try pulling painter's tape off and it starts tearing and you can't get it to quit tearing down the middle?
I know. Yeah. Yes, I do.
Got it. Okay, so show you a little trick I've learned. Okay. Put it here about a third this side, 2/3 that side. Cut it down to the tip. Not your finger, the tape. And then cut this one all the way down to the tip. Now, just fold it over, around, you put the long one around, you got, because I'm going to be working quite a bit with this on. I want it comfortable instead of just a wide.
Right.
And there we go. Let's get this thing started. That up. We are ready to go. And what we're going to be doing is using just little squares of paper towel. Fold up like so. Start with our thin. And we're going to put it down to about 400 or 500 RPM. I wouldn't go over 600. There's 500. And then we're going to put a couple of coats of thin on. Just kind of rub it back and forth. See it smoking? It's warm in your fingers. That's why I put this thing on.
Yeah.
And we'll let that get that set up. It's pretty quick to set up the first one. Second. That seals up the wood real good.
Yeah.
Now we're going to go to medium. And we're going to put about 5 or 6 coats of medium on here. In between each time, we're going to give it a little spray. So here we go. Let's do a bit of wide of it on there. Let it get on, and then we just make sure we go off the end so it don't have a little blob on the end. And I'll get another piece of paper towel. This is the part that's so boring to me. That kind of smooths it out. Next piece of paper towel. You don't want to go too fast because if you get any kind of moisture under there and get it too thick, when it starts
Yeah.
setting up, it'll bloom on you.
Oh,
And you'll have big white spots in it. Almost like milk spots on silver.
huh. What is that you spray it with?
It's just called Activator. CA
it
glue
dry?
activator. Yeah, it makes it dry almost immediately. I've even got some stuff that I can squirt on that will unbond super glue.
Oh,
This
wow.
makes it melt off. So if I have to take one apart because I've messed it up, that's what I'll use. Okay, I think we can put 2 more on each one and they'll be good. They're going on real good today. And I'll use the same and use the other side. Yeah, it's looking really good. Finish is looking really good on those. Okay. And one more coat on each. And we'll be ready to polish it up. This finish takes a wee bit longer than the other one.
Yeah.
Some super glue on my fingernail and then paper towel stuck to it. There. Making sure it didn't have any large ridges. And usually get those off, but it's easier to just not.
Yeah.
Okay. Paper towel off my fingernail. Spray it one last time. Okay, note tacky, it's ready.
Nice.
Time to put it back. Now, as we take it off, because of the way that glue is, it comes over the end. Now, these non-stick, I'll just show you because as they come off,
Deb wants to know if that stuff smells bad.
yes, it does. And normally, if I'm not talking on here, I've got a really nice respirator over here that I'd be using. And that pop, and see, it's got a little fingernail on the end of it. And so we just take a sandpaper here. That gets that fingernail off.
Yep.
And after a while, you learn to do it and stay straight up and down and not be like leaning tower.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's good. So that one's ready. to polish, not ready to put together. This one doesn't have as much, so shouldn't be as bad.
So putting so many coats of that stuff on there helped fill in that crack, right?
Yes, because the thick or the medium thickness that we use actually will fill in where you actually have like a little piece of acrylic in there. Okay.
Hi,
Now,
North Shore.
who? North Shore?
North Shore.
Hi, North Shore. We're making pins.
Yeah, we
In
are.
fact, we're about to polish these things up. That back, spare back. We are good to swap these out. Put our final mandrel in for these two pins. All we have to do is polish them. Now, to polish these, we are going to use some wet pads. Let's go ahead and keep these the way we had them.
North Shore thought you did them 3D printing.
Oh, the pins? No. We go
they're
old school
wood.
here.
They're awesome. That used to be a block of wood, North Shore. We just watched him make them. This has been fun.
Okay. You notice you can see like little bumps and ridges and stuff, and still got some paper towel on me. We're about to get rid of all that. So let's crank her up. Put my old nasty rag under here that I keep from getting all the water on my blades down here. We start with the heaviest, I don't even know what it is, what the heaviest grit is. I think it's like 800 forces. We're going to go all the way up to 12,000 grit. So we get it. We don't want it to get too hot.
No.
Then we'll hit it. Now with this one, it looks like I'm going to have to work on the ends a little bit because it looks like we got some. Yeah, we do. See, we got a ridge right on the end here, on either end where it kind of bubbled up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a piece of my sandpaper, the finest grit that I've got. Make sure I'm flat. Take down that little ridge. See it smoke?
Yeah.
That's something we don't want. But there we go. Now we can get back to sanding, or polishing, I mean. Okay. Some water on there. There we go. And then we go up. And the next one. All this white that you see on here is just residue from the last time I used them. It doesn't really hurt anything.
Okay.
But you're going to be amazed when we finish this, because this is just going up a little bit finer sandpaper or pad each time.
Yep.
And we started out with something that just wasn't that shiny at all.
Oh no, not at all.
But we're going to be ending up with something that looks like glass. Can't really tell it when it's spinning.
Mm-mm. Uh-oh. Stand by.
And we assemble those pills.
And he's back.
Who's that? Did I
You-
leave?
Well, not you didn't leave. You just froze for a while.
I'm sorry. I am out here at the shop. Sometimes my internet kind of messes up on me. Oh, I know why. It just switched over from my hotspot to my house. So, because my phone went dead.
Uh-huh. That makes sense.
Want to see what it looks like?
Yes.
What do you think?
Golly. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Oh no, you left again. Rose.
So we can take this off.
Kind of sounding like a robot when I can hear you at all.
Take the bushings with me.
Mm-mm, not working. Frozen. Okay.
Okay. Let's see here.
There you are.
Did I come back yet?
Yep. Can hear you perfectly.
Put the USB from the other camera into my phone.
There you go. Invisible River Ranch made it back home. Can't hear you again, Hillbilly, if you're talking. Uh-oh. I think he left me up here all by myself. Oh no. I am the cat lady. I love that sticker. I know, Deb, I know, but he's all the way in Kentucky and I'm in Wyoming. It's hard. And he won't send me a picture of the turd. I have no idea what it even looks like. Yes, it's cold in Wyoming. We've had snow the past couple of days. I know, Deb, but that costs a lot of money. I'd rather spend my money on silver. I should do that. I should do that, though. I don't know if the hillbilly's coming back. Oh, ragdoll cats are really pretty. I like ragdoll cats. I just have a bunch of mutts. Ooh, blue eyes. Was it deaf? Because sometimes blue-eyed white cats can be deaf. Ferocious. Yeah, all cats are like that, aren't they? They hear only what they want. Kind of funny that way. Nobody listens to you.
Hey,
There he is. I've been
think I'm
trying to
back.
I've been trying to conversate with these people.
Sorry about that. We're having rain and storms here. Let me see
It's
if I
all
can get
right.
the camera back going again.
It's all right. I didn't know how long I was going to have to keep them entertained. I was trying.
Okay. Okay, there. Can
There
you
you
see?
go. Yes.
Now I got to figure out how to put it because I'm using the camera from the lathe. Took it off the mount. Let me see if I can just set it up here.
Invisible River Rant. I don't know who that is, but he's funny.
There we go. Invisible River Ranch is awesome.
He has cats, so that makes me like him already.
Okay, so we're putting this together. Got the end on the gunmetal one. And now we're putting the end, trying to decide where I want the. You see, you can't even tell that crack was there.
Nice.
But we're still going to put the crack away from the end that racks.
If you're invisible, nobody talks to you. I'm talking to you, and I can't see you. Just your name. Oh
But see
no,
that makes. I always thought that he was an invisible river ranch, but maybe he's
maybe he's
an
invisible
invisible river ranch.
at a ranch. I don't know. Your picture's frozen. I can hear you, but your picture is frozen.
Yeah, I see that. I'm just going to have to hurry up through this. If it drops again, I'll just run back into my office and show y'all the end results in there. How's that?
Okay.
So let me hurry up and get these pressed together.
Is no ranch yet is pre-ranch. Okay. Whatever that means.
Yep, it still froze up.
Yeah, it is.
Woo! I'm glad it was froze up. Y'all didn't see that.
Oh, since he was here last, he bought his
I just
trademark
shot
for
a
his name. But there's no ranch.
Okay, almost done here, and I'll just run on in.
Okay. Yeah, because I definitely want to see the finished product after 2.5 hours of this.
Yeah. Well, see, this is why I started doing this so people could see that this is not just something that you put together in 5 minutes.
Yeah, you definitely.
And all I have to do now is put the ink in. So I am going to put the ink in, and I will take this stuff inside.
How you gonna know if I use your stuff without you knowing, though, Invisible Ranch? Invisible River Ranch. But he has no stuff yet. This guy's funny.
Yeah, they said I was funny last night too. I told them looks aren't everything.
That's what I always said too.
Okay, there's one.
You're right, Deb. He has no stuff. So we can't get in trouble if we use his stuff because he has none. That's funny.
Okay.
You have to be sure and pop in and see us tomorrow, Hillbilly, if you're not busy.
I'm going to try to do that. Sundays are hard for me because I do music at church, and
Oh, yeah.
it's hard for me to get away from that too because my son's the pastor. So, yeah, it's kind of fun though being a member of a church that I can remember spanking the pastor
Yeah, no kidding, huh? That's funny.
instead of the other way around.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I'm heading in. I'll be there in just a few minutes.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm not going to sing, but I might dance for him. Resistance is futile. Stand by. Billy will be back and show us the finished result of these beautiful pins. For that. It is for that. Are you sure you have no issues? His family have twin daughters. You have twin daughters? They don't have any daughters or sons. I didn't really want any. All of my children have 4 legs and fur. That's true. I chose. I chose. My choice. 3D printing or regular printer? Angels make twins. My grandmother was a twin. She didn't have twins. My mom always wished twins on me, but I didn't let that happen. Offset printing. Gonna pretend like I know what that is, but I don't. Saves time.
And I'm back.
Woohoo!
Okay, so let's turn this down a little bit. Get some of my stuff off. Oh, it's supposed Catfish came in.
No, I haven't seen Catfish.
He's got to pick one of these for a end of or a dead last card.
Oh,
So here we go. We've got
letterheads. I got
Yeah. to recap. We did our aromatherapy pen.
you. Mm-hmm.
Comes with a little vial and all that.
And all the smell good stuff.
And then we did a gunmetal with zebra wood. I think that come out. Let's get some light. That's
Nice.
better.
Oh my gosh.
You know what I could do? I could do this. There. And then, to use it, you just push that up.
Oh, that's a beaut. There you go.
That is pretty good. But you know what? I still think I like this one better. Even with the crack.
Ooh.
I can't decide. I love the zebra wood,
I can't either.
but I'm happy with the way they came out.
Oh, wow.
So there is our end products for the day.
I'm going to have a terrible time choosing what I want you to make for KY. This is terrible. They're
Well,
all so gorgeous.
that's one of the reasons that I went through
Yeah.
all of the different woods and the different choices at the beginning so that you could rewatch and, compare the woods and all of that. Here's the acrylic one that I did for McKenna.
He did fill the crack and make it stable.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
he
we
did.
filled the crack.
Yep, he filled the crack.
So
Ooh, look how pretty that is. Now, is that
cost-
wood or is that
that's
pink?
that's acrylic. I mixed it up and poured it and then let it harden and then turned it down.
Oh, wow. Then that's the kind Deb wants.
I think yes, yes. She wants the unless though she's changed. She might have changed her mind getting the other.
I
But
know she wants the one with a cap on it, like I have.
yeah, now here is the new style of those, and this is that marble wood. It still screws in. It
Oh,
just has a little bit smaller end that comes out.
yeah, that's gorgeous.
But a lot of people are liking the click. Now we were talking about, and matter of fact, I've been carrying this as my personal pen too. So because I love that marble wood,
That
and
marble wood
I've
is
got
gorgeous.
this to where if I put this right there, the grain lines back up like it should.
Oh, wow.
So, but here's the one that I did just like that darker one, except this. Then this is why I didn't want to do camouflage a while ago, because see, this is the same kit as the chrome one that we did,
Mm-hmm.
but I did it with camouflage with the camo acrylic,
Oh, yeah, that's cool.
and you can see what the cost of the kit minus the wood or acrylic that you put in for these right here is good question. Let me make sure what that answer is. Okay, bolt action ceramic flag kit. Okay, the kit itself for those bolt action are between $12 and $17 for the little kit that comes. The kit for for those aromatherapy pens, they're like 20 something bucks each.
Yeah, they've got a lot more to them. I can see why.
Right. And then for about the same price, I've actually got aromatherapy necklaces that we're going to be making that has that same little diffuser there in a necklace. And it has a wooden pendant that you turn whatever shape you want.
Well,
So,
it's kind of a pen. It's an aromatherapy pen.
right.
It's
And
got a smelly thing in it.
and then once you add the wood can range from like pennies because matter of fact, I've got one right there. Let me grab it. It's made out of wood that I actually just harvested off of a piece of lumber, or I mean, a piece of wood cut off of a tree.
Oh wow.
So that wood that there didn't cost me anything. But then you have to
No.
figure in the cost of the materials because every time I make a pen, I use a little piece of sandpaper and throw it away because wears it out. Matter of fact, 5 little pieces. And then the CA glue and
Invisible guy. This guy's funny. Having a smelly thing used to be very popular back in the day.
yeah, and those smelly things just turned into dusty things.
Yeah, all this stuff.
Yeah, I would say about minus labor, I'd say about anywhere from $20 to $60, depending on what it is. And then
Yeah,
you get to figuring up. I've got pens that are $300 pens just because I've
that
made pens
gold.
with I've got a gram of gold in them,
Yeah, hell yeah.
So, but that's what it is, and I am hungry. I didn't even eat lunch today,
Well, you
and
better
it's
go
supper
eat.
time. So, hey,
Well,
I
I'll
want to
tell you,
thank everybody for hanging around. And you know what I'm going to do?
I think I'm going to make it easy on you and just tell you to make the same kind of pen for KY as I have.
Okay, I can do that. I got to order some more because remember I was looking for them out there and I'm out.
Yeah,
So
and
I will order some and get them in.
it's no rush, but don't sell him one if he asks you.
Okay,
Tell
I
him
will. I
tell him
will.
you're
I
way
promise.
backlogged or something because it's going to be a gift.
Okay.
Okay.
And you know what I'm going to do right now though?
What?
To thank everybody that showed up, we're going to
You're
give
welcome,
away.
Deb.
We're going to give away a pen.
Oh shit.
I'm going to give away that one that's made out of the wood that I found.
Nice.
The twist pen. Okay. And since I've already got my race stuff set up, and this is one you twist the little cap here, and it comes out the end,
Oh yeah, those are nice too.
and it's black and gold. So it's nice little pen. forty
Yeah, it
dollars
is.
in our shop, that style and wood. And what we're going to do is everybody chat. Everybody say something. I'm just going to run a chat race.
I can't type in chat.
I can add you in before we run it.
Okay. And it's okay if you don't let these people have a
Well,
chance.
no, that's fine because Kiwi usually, I mean, we always have to put Kiwi in when we do something like this because he usually can't chat when he's up on the panel.
Oh, I love Kiwi.
Yeah.
Deb's here
Um
for the win. Good luck, everybody.
Wait, is Cece here?
No. Everybody would leave if she was here. Because
Yeah,
they know she was going to win.
inside joke. No,
Yeah, she is very lucky.
I'll tell you what. The only person I've sent more stuff to is James Schultz.
Crazy. She is lucky.
So what are we going to run? We are going to run. Oh, since I'm hungry, we're going to run food race.
There you go.
Okay, so I'm going to grab the names, and you know
Oh,
what? I'm
Darren
not
and Daryl are here. Hi, Darren and Daryl.
nice. I've
And
actually got to
amazing.
go
Stuart
in myself.
here.
Your channel.
Of course, we're being awesome, Stuart. What the hell? What do you think?
Here we go. You know what I need to do while I'm here, though?
What?
Is I see people that don't have wrenches. Got to give people wrenches.
Yeah, I didn't have a wrench when I was in there first.
Oh, I bet I can't add you unless you're back in there
No,
talking.
yeah,
Next
probably
time
not.
you're up, I always do that so everybody can drop links and stuff.
Yeah, that's
Um,
fine.
so let's grab some participants. We got 7 of the 11 that are watching. I'm going to give y'all just a second to just a bit to
Then what
chat.
else? Besides being awesome. Okay, Stuart. Okay. Thank you.
So here we go. Grabbing it now. Same people, so we're going to go with it.
Nice.
And
Good luck, everybody.
let's put this in. Oh, oh, oh. I got to run it through the chat picker. Right to my little tool here. Process. Now we can do it.
There we go.
And then I'm just going to go down here and put. And thank you for helping.
You're absolutely welcome. It was a pleasure. It was fun.
And we're going to do 64 seconds. And one shuffle. Here we go. And if I win, I'm not doubling it. If I win, second place gets it. That's what we're going to do
Okay.
it.
Okay.
Oh, it's been a fun day.
We don't see the list.
Oh, I wonder why that didn't do that. Hold on a second. I'm going to pause the race because
Race
that
is already
should
going.
have. Looks like it. Let's do that.
Still on Hillbilly Cat Picker Tool.
Okay. And you should see the camera now, right?
Yeah, we see the pins. Yes, and it's over.
Okay. Now I'm going to go back to. Now you see that?
Yes, we see food.
There we go. Okay, I'm going to continue now. Make sure it runs. Is it running?
It's at 27 seconds. Hasn't started again yet.
Okay, that's weird. Why is it showing the camera on the stage? Fine. Well, you know what we're going to do?
I don't know, but I'm a taco. That looks good.
That's why I get me these things that move around.
There you
Looky
go.
there. There's the race. How's that? We'll just run it that way.
14 seconds.
Yeah, there's 14 left. That's why I kept pausing it, and I should have paused it before, but I don't want to start it over.
No.
I see somebody making a run for it. Stuart,
No.
I didn't even know Stuart was here.
Hell yeah.
Congratulations, Stuart.
Dang it, Stuart.
Send me a claim email, please. Now I'm
What
going to get
is
this
he?
camera turned back around here because I'm
Oh
going to
my
show
gosh,
you.
he's sushi. Yuck.
Oh yeah, yuck. You see my razor out of that marble wood? That marble wood's
Oh my
amazing.
gosh.
Safety razor.
That is
So,
gorgeous.
okay, that right there is going to Stuart. Thank you,
Oh,
everybody. I really appreciate you all.
That marble wood really is nice. Maybe I ought to use that. Oh, hell, I don't know.
Just matter of fact, this is the marble wood also that was in that one that I carried.
Yeah, let's do marble wood for KY
Okay.
in the roller ball.
Marble wood and a roller ball.
Whenever you have
Basically that pen.
it's that would be gorgeous. Yeah, he'll like that, I think.
Cool. Matter of fact, I think I'll just do that. I'll put a new cartridge in it in case I use too much ink out, and we'll call that his pen. How's that?
Oh, perfect. Awesome.
Sounds good. And everybody, thank you very much. And we'll do this again soon. But I think next time we're going to have a music night. So,
There you go.
jam session. So, thank
Okay.
you. Have a great rest of your weekend.
Okay, bye-bye, Hillbilly.
Bye bye.